One evening, Sean Graves grew curious about what lay ahead in his life and asked Jesse about his past journey through time. Jesse described a strange feeling, like being pulled through a spinning tunnel. Sean then asked how long the trip had lasted. Jesse guessed about 2 days but admitted he wasn't sure. Everyone's body reacts differently, so the timing might change from person to person. Suddenly, Jesse started acting strangely. He avoided eye contact with other people in the diner, leaving Sean puzzled. Jesse quietly explained that he'd learned things from the future he didn't want to share. He feared saying too much might change what was meant to happen. Later, outside, Sean revealed his idea to bring something back from the future. He believed the knowledge could be useful and maybe even profitable in the present. But Jesse strongly disagreed. He warned that changing the past or present could have serious consequences, and told Sean it was better to just observe, not interfere. Back at home, Sean came across a video ad from a company called Lagador. They claimed their time travel program offered more than just exploration. It helped people look inward and make better choices about their future paths. The next day, Sean meets Dr. Felicia Walter, the leader of the time travel project, to begin his journey. She's cheerful and tells him the trip will be exciting. Before they begin, she and her assistant run a health check to make sure he's ready, especially for the mental challenges that might come with the experience. During the process, Dr. Walter tells him about a past traveler who was always working and only felt good when achieving things. Seeing Sean's puzzled look, her assistant Sheila explains that the program won't show him a single exact future. Instead, it will reveal different paths depending on the choices he might make. Later at home, Sean thinks back to his talk with Jesse. He had admitted feeling lonely, even with a successful music career, after several failed relationships. Still, he remembered meeting a woman in a clothing store who sparked something in him. He told Jesse he was thinking about looking into the future to see if a relationship with her could work. Jesse thought the idea was crazy, they barely knew each other, but Sean disagreed. He said it felt like he'd known her forever. On the day of the simulation, Dr. Walter explains to Sean that the pod he's sitting in allows time travel, but not in the way most people imagine. His body won't move through space. Instead, it turns into digital particles, without a fixed spot in the world. Before starting, Sheila reminds him that time only moves forward and warns him not to cause any contradictions or mess with events. Suddenly, Dr. Walter cuts in and asks Sean why he really wants to join the program. He hesitates. She tells him that no one acts without some kind of dream behind it. After a pause, he admits he's in love with Nicole Chase, the woman he met at a clothing store. He describes her as confident, even a little proud, and says he can't stop thinking about her. Hearing this, Dr. Walter picks up on something deeper. She guesses that Sean has been hurt before and now throws himself into work to avoid dealing with it. She goes further, saying that pain has become a part of who he is, and maybe he doesn't actually want to heal. Her words hit a nerve. Sean suddenly feels overwhelmed, and without warning, he's pulled into the future. One morning, in this strange new time, a confused Sean finds himself near a house. Outside the house, a couple is arguing. As he gets closer, he realizes with shock that the man is his future self, and the woman is Nicole. Unable to walk away, he listens. Their voices are tense. Nicole wants to fix things, but future Sean seems ready to leave. Despite her pleas, he doesn't stay. After seeing his future self walk away, Sean feels ashamed. He never thought he could become someone so cold. The moment stays with him, and he begins to wonder if breaking the rules is worth it if it means getting a chance to love her the right way. Back at his hotel room, he makes a choice. He wants to try, even if it's against the rules. Wanting to mirror the version of himself she remembers, he puts on a plain white shirt just like the one he saw earlier. With flowers in hand, he heads to her door. When Nicole answers, she's startled and clearly upset. She shuts the door in his face. Still, Sean doesn't give up. He knocks again, and again. Eventually, she opens the door. She notices he has no bags and asks why. Sean quickly says he left them at the airport, too eager to see her to bother. Her guard lowers slightly. She mentions she doesn't even like orange flowers, but Sean doesn't let that bother him. He gently tells her he won't walk away from her again. Moved by his words, she lets herself fall into the moment, and they share a kiss. The next morning, lying beside her, Sean speaks with honesty. He says he's sorry for how he treated her in the future, for putting work before love, for making her feel alone. Then he asks a question that weighs on him. Would she still care for him, knowing his flaws? She looks at him and says yes. Then, with a soft but firm voice, she adds that no one else will get the chance because her love is his alone. That evening, during their dinner, Nicole seems surprised he chose the same restaurant again, the one where things went badly last time. Sean is caught off guard. He didn't remember anything going wrong. Trying to cover, he laughs it off and says maybe he was drunk that night and forgot. Nicole doesn't find it funny. She starts to get irritated but holds herself back. Instead of arguing, she brings up something deeper: how he tried to walk out on her the day before. She reminds him she's not someone he can take his anger out on, no matter how much he's helped her music career. Wanting to ease the tension, Sean takes the blame for something he hasn't done, just to help her feel seen and heard. Just then, a fan walks up to their table and asks Sean what he thinks of her demo. Nicole quickly steps in, inviting the fan to sit beside her. With a calm but firm tone, she tells the girl that it's better to stand on her own in the music world, rather than rely on someone else's name. Once they're alone again, the mood softens. Sean, curious, asks Nicole what she thought of him when they first met. She hesitates at first, then admits she already knew who he was because of his reputation in the industry. Sean blushes. He had assumed she saw him as just another guy, not someone famous. Building on the moment, he asks her what she really thought of him back then. Nicole looks at him and, without hesitation, says she once imagined marrying him. Her answer takes him by surprise, but it fills him with joy. Later that night, at home, Sean and Nicole sit together, sharing quiet moments and drinks. Their conversation grows more personal. As they grow closer, Nicole begins to show affection, hoping to connect with him on a deeper level. In the middle of their closeness, Sean suddenly speaks from the heart. He says he dreams of starting a family with her, even having children. But instead of feeling touched, Nicole goes quiet. Then, with rising anger, she reminds him that she can't have children. His words, though well-meant, only stir up her pain. Sean realizes too late what he said. He reaches out, trying to comfort her, but she pulls away. Her hurt runs deeper than the moment. She even pushes him further, telling him to go back to whoever she thinks he's seeing on the side. Confused, Sean insists there's no one else. He holds her, not just to reassure her, but to show he's not leaving. Slowly, Nicole lets her guard down. She kisses him, and the moment softens between them again. In the morning, Nicole asks Sean to skip Jesse's birthday, but he refuses. Suddenly, he feels sick and effect of changing the future, but ignores it. He admits he's trying to fix things and learning about relationships. Nicole laughs, surprised to hear confident Sean admit he's not perfect. At the party, Miranda, Sean's assistant, barely notices Nicole and thinks she adds nothing to Sean's life. She reminds Sean about an interview and tells him to stay in touch. Feeling ignored, Nicole moves away to talk to others. Miranda asks Sean why he stays with Nicole, but Sean ends the talk and goes after her. Nicole admits she feels out of place. Sean encourages her to relax and be herself. Suddenly, Nicole says she wants to marry him. Sean gives a vague reply, and she looks disappointed. Later, Sean meets Jesse, who senses Sean is struggling. Sean admits he's unhappy. Jesse quietly offers him something to ease his mood. Sean sits alone drinking when a young woman, Ryan, approaches. She says she's a fan not of Sean but of Nicole's music. She's puzzled why Nicole only released one song that affected her deeply. Nicole sees them talking and joins. Ryan warmly praises Nicole's work. Nicole quietly says the song was about Sean. Ryan apologizes for interrupting, but Nicole thanks her for truly listening. Suddenly, Sean is pulled back to his original time, and his future self returns home. Something feels different, but future Sean can't tell what. Nicole bursts in, excited about buying a tape recorder for new ideas. Sean laughs, surprised by her energy. She invites him for coffee, but he's too tired. He shares a dream where he felt out of control. Nicole listens but doesn't understand. Downstairs, Sean shows frustration. Nicole worries and asks if something's wrong, but he avoids the topic and asks if they can still go for coffee. In the car, silence breaks when Nicole says she needs the bathroom. Future Sean, annoyed, complains the day was wasted and he's tired of being away from home. Nicole asks what's wrong, but he shuts her down, saying she wouldn't understand. She suggests talking might help, but he mocks her. Frustrated, Nicole tells him maybe he should be with someone else since they aren't official. Their talk turns into an argument. Sean tells her to stop making excuses and chase her dream. He says she's another burden on him and reminds her of what he's done for her. Nicole yells he's a hypocrite who keeps changing and doesn't know himself. Sean stays cold, saying he won't pretend to like her music next time. Nicole is hurt by his words. The next day, Miranda talks to Nicole about preparing for her Pitchfork interview. Future Sean steps outside with headphones, enjoying a lazy morning. Nicole sees him and suggests he stop staying at her place, so people won't think he still lives there. She starts reading a French book aloud. Sean is surprised. Nicole reminds him her parents are French, catching him off guard. Not wanting to talk more, Nicole leaves with Miranda for a pedicure before her event. She tells Sean to use his time well. Alone, Sean feels uneasy and rushes upstairs, meeting the housekeeper. He asks if he hired her. She says she worked for him once but now works for Nicole, who pays better. Confused, Sean calls Jesse, asking if it was all a dream. Jesse tells him clearly, "That's not your house, it's Nicole's." When Jesse arrives, he complains Nicole has changed once dependent on Sean, now cold and distant. He blames Sean's time traveling and involvement with Dr. Walter. Jesse recalls warning Sean about too many sessions, but Sean insists he remembers it clearly. Jesse laughs, saying Sean might have imagined it since writers mix fact and fiction. Sean asks where Dr. Walter is now. Jesse says the FDA shut her down a year ago, calling her a fraud. Sean feels let down. The next day in the car, Nicole says she can't keep supporting Sean alone. Sean suggests marriage to fix things. Nicole quickly says no. Sean insists, wanting them to support each other. Nicole stays firm she's tired of caring alone. Back home, Sean asks Nicole if she wants space, but she says no. Instead, she gives him papers to end their relationship. Tired of always giving and hurt by her words, he quietly asks if she's afraid he'll harm her career. She stays silent, saying enough. As she undresses, he tells her she was meant to be his partner. Tears fall as she agrees, saying he was meant to be her husband, but now she feels lost and unhappy. He begs her not to leave, but she insists separation is best. Meanwhile, Nicole has spoken with Dr. Walter, who agreed to join the time travel project. Nicole helped shape Sean's current life. The doctor explains Sean's situation is a paradox. His past self's actions keep changing his future self. Sean admits to her that he and Nicole are very similar. He now sees Nicole as creative and no longer feels jealous, but he's unsure what to do next. Dr. Walter reminds him that life changes and nothing lasts forever. She tells him to move forward with self-love. Later, future Sean recalls Kurt Gödel's time travel theory that people can't harm their past selves. He records a message for his past self, urging him not to change but to enjoy life and freedom. He asks for forgiveness, admitting they're different, and that his only true enemy is himself. Suddenly, future Sean holds a gun under his chin, hoping to stop his past self from becoming someone he'll regret. Back in the original timeline, past Sean meets Nicole at a clothing store. He says he's buying a dress for his sister but really wants to talk to her. He asks for her help choosing a way to flirt. After paying, he decides to stay and talk, ready to begin something real.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stay connected with us.